guys, we're going to do some zombie shooting training. You know, zombies pretty much blow up because their brains are all liquefied, so when you hit them, you have to expect something to go boosh. So that's why I like to use soda pop cans. It's about the closest thing to a zombie head you're going to come up with. So I've got a couple soda cans set up over here. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit here just so we can watch the boosh all that much better. And my plan, okay, as part of my zombie training here, is to do a double tap on each one of these cans before they get knocked off of the target stand here. So let's get right on it. The Smith 22. I'll just do a double tap if I can on each can, real quick like. Make sure I can do it here. See, they kind of pop really fast. It's not exactly like you get much of a chance to get a double tap on there. Alright, chances are probably pretty slim that I'll be able to triple tap a can, but let's see. Let's see what I can do here. I'm going to try and get 3 shots on it before it flies off of there into a spray of foam. Let's see what happens. No way. I think it was gone before the second shot even got there. But it does explode nicely. Okay, what we have here is the trifecta of zombie training. Zombie Slayer Training 101. Got to take out the 3 zombies with 3 shots, 3 headshots, and that's it. And you don't have much time. They're close. So, that said, let's see what I can do. Now that's not exactly fast, but it is effective. And another challenging shot, I think, is the zombie totem pole, where you try and shoot 3 of them, and you know they want to fall down. So shot placement is key, I would think. We'll just have to see how this goes. Oh, he was a gusher. Really, the only thing worse than a zombie is a really frickin' short zombie, like a little person zombie. They'll get up and they'll bite you on the leg and zombify you. Shot placement is key. And finally, I highly recommend going around and making sure that all the zombies that you think that you killed are really, once again, killed. So just got to go around and get them all, you know. If you can, just keep getting them. It's also a great way to clean up the yard. Had a stovepipe. What in the world is going on here? Now I got a double feed. I went from a stovepipe to a double feed. I got a light strike, a failure to extract. Here, check this out, guys. This is sweet. So I've been kind of saying that the Smith & Wesson 22A is kind of wearing out. And when your gun starts doing this, that's a bad thing. So what you got to do, in a safe direction, you want to clear it. Right? Look at this, I got a damaged cartridge. You don't want to use that. Now I've got one in the pipe, but will it extract? No. See, look, I'm getting a failure to extract. See? Just won't grab it. So let's see why. The hook just isn't grabbing it. The little extractor hook. Now I just cleaned the gun. The gun is clean as a whistle. But if I press down on the extractor, I bet I probably can get it out. Let's see. Now it's wedged in there. Yeah, I think it's because of the wear area. So that's a no good, man. What kind of zombie killing gun is this? Not a very reliable one by the looks of it. Well, I'm going to have to poke that out with a wooden stick. I'll have to take the gun down and do that. Alright, let's continue troubleshooting the Smith, alright? You got a failure to extract. No matter what you do with fiddling with this, it doesn't want to make it extract. What's really nice about this particular gun, okay, everything's always got to be safe. You've got to keep it in a safe motion. Don't sweep your hand with the gun. This gun takes down really nice. Okay, now we have no fear of this cartridge being fired. You can see it got struck. Can you see? It was struck by the firing pin. And you take a wooden rod like this. Dropped it. Let me get. To continue, you use something like this barbecue skewer for the 22 because it's so small, and put the blunt end in. Don't do this with your hand. Do this aimed down at a piece of wood like this, right? And then you should be able to pop the cartridge out. Okay, yeah, cartridge came out. So let's examine the cartridge here. Let me follow my hand. Okay, let's look at it really close if it'll let me. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to see why that, see that little mark there? It's on the feed ramp. That's from the feed ramp, I'm guessing. And I'm trying to see what made it wedge in there. I don't know. Let's examine the Smith. Okay, here's the gun. This gun was just cleaned. You can already see how incredibly filthy shooting 22 is. This is Winchester M22. I thought Federal was dirty. This stuff is gnarly. But you can see how this is shaved down to a point. I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. I don't know. But I've been getting failures to eject, failures to feed, failures to fire with the gun just recently, and I'm just feeling like it's just about probably worn out. I could buy a new barrel, but then, you know, what about all the parts in the trigger group and stuff, you know? I'm not going to repair this whole $300 gun with $500 worth of parts. It's kind of a bummer, because it was a neat gun, but, I don't know, man. My Ruger Mark II probably put 10,000 rounds through that, no problems. The Browning Buckmark, I've got at least 7,000 rounds through it, no problem. About 3,000 and maybe close to 4 through this, and I'm getting all these weird issues even though I scrupulously clean the gun every time I shoot it. So, not really sure. Thought this would be a good time to detail the wear on the Smith & Wesson 22A1. I think a problem area is right where the extractor comes in on this barrel slab. This metal must be softer than the blued steel extractor or whatever. It's making it chip. See if I can get in close enough for you guys to really see it. The camera will cooperate. Yes, please. See that chipping? It's honed it to an edge. I don't think it's cool. You can also see the face is getting beat to hell. The camera will cooperate. Let's have a look at it. See all the battering? See the little burrs and nicks right there? Right there. That shouldn't be happening. There shouldn't be any kind of damage like that on the gun from just, you know, 3,000 rounds. It's beating the hell out of the face of this. So I'm starting to get light strikes and whatnot, failures to extract. You know, I can just replace the barrel, but it's about half the price of a gun to get a barrel from Smith & Wesson. They're very proud of their barrels. Anyway, okay, just thought I'd show you that while I had it apart. As you can see, there's a little wear on the extractor hook. It started to make it a little angled, but it is obviously much harder than the barrel material. Other than that, I don't see a lot of wear on the face of the slide. And the inside looks okay too. And there's one more area of wear. When a magazine's empty, it pushes the catch up And you can see it's making a divot into the aluminum frame. It's beating it up. Also, you know, the aluminum frame, I just don't know about using aluminum for any kind of wear parts. I mean, aluminum could hold steel that wears, but I'm just not real big on aluminum sliding against steel. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But that's the way this gun's built. So I'll put the grip on it and have a look. I just had the mag in there just to activate the spring. See, there's a little thing that comes up. Anyway, the frame itself weighs just a couple ounces. It's nothing to it. There's not a whole lot to clean in here. The trigger does occasionally get gooped up and you have to get in there. But most of the powder residue goes up. Okay, I'm going to perform a 30-round function test, Smith & Wesson 22A, since I'm having some problems with it. I'm going to try and put 30 rounds. I'm going to shoot slowly into the, try and hit that black dot every single time. And I'm running Winchester M22 ammo. So I'm just going to try my best to pop them right in the black there each time. Okay, that's 10 rounds flawless. Okay, shoot another 10. Now because I'm so close, you know, I'm obviously shooting low. The holo sight is dialed in for 75 yards. Okay, let me slow down here. I don't want to mess up my beautiful pattern there. That was me, not the gun. Yeah. I'm waggling just a little bit, guys. Alright, let's put another 10 through, so it's running. I don't know what the issue is with it. Okay, there we go. So round, what is that, 21? Got 21 good shots. Now I've got that same weird failure to do something. It's trying to extract and it's stovepiped. Is it going to show you? Do you see the stovepipe? Stupid camera, I'm not going to mess with it. Let me extract the stovepipe. Now it could be just for me waggling. We'll see if it's going to extract. I think that was me. Okay, one stovepipe. Not too bad. As you can see, that's the pattern. I'm like, I don't know, 15 feet away. And the real low one and the one to the right are just me waggling around. And the rest of it kind of tore a ragged hole in there. But I'll tell you what, with my Ruger Mark II, that hole would have been about the size of a dime. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that it's all the gun. I'm sure some of it's me. But 30 rounds and I got one stovepipe, but at least everything fired and almost everything ejected. It's not too bad.